Manchester United defender Harry Maguire felt Wolves offered nothing outside of their 2 goals following Boxing Day's 2-0 defeat at Molineux. United, who had Bruno Fernandes sent off just after half-time for a second bookable offence, were condemned to a 3rd straight defeat in the Black Country. Matheus Cunha opened the scoring for the home side before substitute Hwang Hee-chan sealed the points with virtually the last kick of the game, converting from Cunha's square pass. United offered little in the way of an attacking threat over the course of the 90 minutes, though the first half was fairly even. However, in Maguire's opinion, the red card altered the course of the game, despite not being convinced Wolves fully capitalised on their numerical advantage. "I felt going into the second half we needed to up it a little bit," Maguire told Amazon Prime. "The red card has changed the game. It's hard enough playing with 11 men in the Premier League, so when you go down to 10, it is tough. If we are being honest, we gave them nothing, they had nothing, they created nothing. When it was 11 versus 10, all it was a corner and the last kick of the game. It is a tough one to take, but we have got to stick together." Cunha's opener was another example of United's troubles with set pieces. It has been a major problem in recent weeks, and they are yet to address it. When it keeps happening, you can't really put it down to luck, but it is tough to take that we have conceded twice from a corner, Maguire added. "I know the Tottenham one is a foul, it's quite clear to see, but I haven't seen this one back. Sometimes at set plays you have got to hold your hands up and say you cannot do much about it, but then there are others where you have got to look at yourselves and improve. The Bournemouth one was tough. It was a great header and a great ball. Tonight, it was disappointing to go down to 10 men, not really give them anything and look solid in the second half. To concede again, especially the first goal of the game, set plays are so important in football matches. They decide games. A lot of games, when they are tight 50-50, they decide them with the first goal, and the first goal has been a set play far too many times against us. It is disappointing." Manchester United head coach Ruben Amorim has admitted that he thinks he is edging closer towards settling on a preferred starting 11 after making 2 changes for Boxing Day's clash with Wolves at Molineux. Rotation has been a fixture of Amorim's opening weeks as United head coach, regularly shuffling his pack to combat the club's busy fixture schedule. However, he has made just 2 alterations for the trip to Wolves, bringing Lenny Yoro and Rasmus Højlund into the starting 11 in place of Tyrell Malacia, who has been left out of the matchday squad, and Joshua Zirkzee. A reduction in the number of changes suggests the Portuguese chief is edging closer to settling on his strongest starting lineup, and that is a theory he agrees with, even though he has highlighted the importance of everyone in the squad. Speaking to MUTV ahead of kickoff, Amorim, when asked if he was close to his strongest starting X, said, "I think so, but I don't like to use the expression, the strongest XI, because we count every player. But we try to build some connections between the players by trying to use the same players sometimes, because we have 3 days between games, and that is a big difference. At the moment, with more time, we can change less, so that is the focus. Also, our focus is to maintain our clear identity." The third game of the last week versus Bournemouth was tough on us and our fans, so we have to be better in set pieces. We had a lot of chances to score, and we have to be more clinical. We have to improve our performance. Ruben Amorim conceded Manchester United have to survive amid the extraordinary threat of a first relegation in 51 years after an 8th league defeat of the season at Wolves. Wolves had won only 2 league games all season, before new coach Vitor Pereira was appointed last week, and the Portuguese has guided the 18th place side to back-to-back wins. Wolves are now only 7 points behind United. United have slumped to 14th in the table, 4 places above the relegation zone, at nearly the halfway stage of the league campaign. Amorim admitted the team have to survive amid a slump of 4 defeats in 5 league fixtures. "In this moment, we just have to survive and to win sometimes," Amorim said at the mention of whether he is worried about teams below United. "To work on the team, we already knew it. I start this job and start with the team. The new idea of no time to train. A lot of games, tough games. We already knew it. It's a long journey. Like I said in the first day, we have to continue and we have to fight these bad moments because this is part of football." No. Amorim replied when the remoteness of qualifying for a European competition was raised. We have to work on a lot of things in our club inside the pitch, outside the pitch, so let's focus on each game, each time, and use every minute of training to improve the team. A lot of things are missing, time to work, so we also have to win games, to sell the idea to the players, but if not, it's really hard. Wolves is a completely different situation. The United hierarchy have demonstrated their ruthlessness this season with the sackings of former manager Erik Ten Hag and inaugural sporting director Dan Ashworth. Amorim has become the first United manager to lose 5 of his first 10 matches in charge since Walter Krikmer in 1932. When asked how long it would take to turn it around at United, Amorim replied, "I have no idea. No idea. Instead of me trying to understand how much time it will take, just day by day, improving, trying to see the videos and use every minute of training and try to win some points because it's really important in this moment." Manchester United defender Diogo Dalot was on hand helping serve food to homeless people at a shelter in the city on Christmas Eve. The 25-year-old Portugal international turned up unannounced with his partner at LifeShare, a homeless charity in the city centre, surprising visitors with clothing and food donations. The pair then rolled up their sleeves and spent the day dishing out hot meals to more than 100 people at the charity. United star Dalot said, "I have lived in Manchester for over 6 years now, and I'm proud to call this city my home. Unfortunately, homelessness is on the rise. As a family, we want to raise awareness and also directly help people wherever we can. We have started working with LifeShare, an incredible charity that does so much to help vulnerable people. The volunteers that I have met here today are really inspirational. They are true heroes, and it was a pleasure to learn about their dedication. I'm really grateful that I was able to spend time with them and play a small part in helping to deliver such vital work for the people that they support." Jahan Hussein, trustee at LifeShare, said following a really difficult year, where LifeShare even faced closure during its 40th anniversary, support like this is literally life-saving. "Not long ago, we didn't know if our much-needed Christmas project would be able to go ahead, so to then get a visit from someone who is so high-profile like this is amazing. Diogo and his wife were brilliant and got stuck in. It was a real mood lifter for all. We rely on donations and the goodwill of the people of Manchester, so are truly grateful for all the support that's enabled this week to take place." LifeShare is hosting its annual Christmas project, a week-long event which sees the charity open its doors from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m, as of Monday to Friday, to anyone in need of shelter, food and companionship, no questions asked. As well as food, the guests are offered hot showers and clean, dry changes of clothes and shoes. LifeShare also coordinates other services such as barbers, vets and opticians to attend to provide those in need with haircuts, shaves, pet care and eye health care during its Christmas project. Dalot will be back in action for the Red Devils on Boxing Day, when they head to Molineux to face Wolves. Ruben Amorim's side head to the West Midlands on the back of a miserable 3-0 defeat to Bournemouth on Sunday, which ensured they spend Christmas Day in their lowest league position since the Premier League began. Ruben Amorim is set to deny Marcus Rashford the chance to redeem himself at Manchester United. Rashford hit the headlines with an explosive interview in which he made it clear he feels ready to leave Old Trafford. The attacker has been left out of the squad entirely for all of United's games since his comments were published and is expected to miss out again when they travel to Wolves on Boxing Day. It has been a difficult 2 years for the 27-year-old who has struggled to live up to his lucrative contract. It is far from the first time Rashford has found himself in hot water with his manager. The Englishman has been at the centre of several incidents in several years. Curiously though, in 2 particular cases, United have played Wolves away from home shortly afterwards, with Rashford scoring on both occasions. The first incident came in 2022, when Rashford was left on the bench for the trip to Molineux as punishment for turning up late to a meeting. It was a surprise decision, though he came off the bench to score his side's winner. "I was a little bit late for a meeting. I slept in, overslept. It can happen. It's the team rules, and it's a mistake that can happen. Obviously, I'm disappointed not to play from the start, but I understand the decision," he told BT Sport afterwards. "I'm happy we managed to win the game anyway. I think we can draw a line under it and move on. It's a difficult place for us to come to play our football and to win games. And we didn't necessarily play our best football, but we got 3 points. The next incident came in February, when Rashford was surprisingly included in the starting lineup for the clash with Wolves. The week before, the attacker had been caught going on a bender in Belfast, despite while absent from training due to an illness. He was still selected to start, and scored the opening goal as United claimed a win in the Midlands. But he is unlikely to be offered a third chance at redemption, with Amorim expected to stick with his plan of leaving Rashford in the cold. On Monday, Amorim hit out at those who had advised Rashford to conduct his bombshell interview. He told Sky Sports, "It is a hard situation. I understand that these players have a lot of people around them. Making choices that are not the first idea from the player, I am always here to help Marcus as another player. I have to do what I have to do. They chose to do the interview, as it is not just Marcus. I understand that. As a coach, I focus on performance and the way you train. The rest, it is better for me and the club to deal with that when the time comes. At the moment, I focus on improving Marcus, and we need a talented guy like Marcus. I forget the interview now and see what I see on the pitch."